Your session of Standard 11. Today I am going to discuss about stoichiometry and limiting reactant. It is a very important topic of first chapter, some basic concept of chemistry. Now at first let us understand what is stoichiometry. Stoichiometry, let us understand the quantitative relationship between the reactants and products in terms of mass, in terms of volume, in terms of moles, etc. See, whenever you are speaking about any reaction, you write balanced chemical equation for it. And this stoichiometry gives us the ratio in which the reactants are reacting and the ratio of the product. So, through stoichiometry we can know that what is the ratio of the reactant in which they are reacting in this particular reaction and what is its ratio with the product. What is the ratio of each reactant with the product. So, what stoichiometry we can draw? Mass-mass relationship. Mass-mass relationship between reactants and products. Then, mass-volume relationship between reactants and product. And volume-volume relationship between reactants and products which are participating in the chemical reaction. If we understand this stoichiometry, we can, for any particular reaction, we can tell what amount of reactant is required to produce certain fixed amount of product in that particular reaction. Yes, students, I am explaining this with some very simple questions. You see, suppose you are asked how much carbon dioxide is produced. How much carbon dioxide is produced when 1 mole of carbon is burnt in air. You see, what the question is, how much carbon dioxide is produced when 1 mole of carbon is burnt in air? Yes, excess of air. Now, for this, what will be the equation? C plus O2 gives CO2. Now, easy relationship in terms of mole you see. 1 mole carbon when burnt, it produces 1 mole carbon dioxide. Through this balanced chemical equation, we can see that when 1 mole carbon is burnt with 1 mole of oxygen, it produces 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So, you can easily answer this question. How much carbon dioxide is produced when 1 mole of carbon is burnt in air? How much it will be produced? 1 mole. 1 mole carbon dioxide will be produced. Next, in terms of mass if you are speaking, what will be its mass? 44 gram of carbon dioxide will be produced. Very simple question. Okay, I am taking some other example. See, if anyone asked, how much methane is required? How much methane is required to produce 22 grams carbon dioxide. Now you see how much methane is required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide. Yes, methane upon combustion gives carbon dioxide. So first of all, we'll have to write balanced chemical equation for the combustion of methane, so to produce carbon dioxide and water. Methane plus oxygen gives CO2 plus H2O. So 4 hydrogen, 1 carbon, 1 carbon. So it is now balanced chemical equation. You see methane plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. So it is completely balanced equation. In this case, what is the question now you see? They are asking how much methane is required to produce 22 gram of carbon dioxide. Here students, you remember first task is to write balanced chemical equation for the reaction. We have written it, balanced chemical equation for the reaction. Now you see, we'll find out the stoichiometry. Yes, what is the stoichiometry here? That is, what is the ratio of the reactant and what is the ratio of the product and reactant. Here you see 1 mole methane when reacts with 2 mole oxygen, it produces 1 mole carbon dioxide and 2 moles water. 1 mole methane when reacts with 2 mole oxygen, it produces 1 mole carbon dioxide and 2 moles water. So what is the stoichiometry over here? Between methane and carbon dioxide. Because the question is how much methane is required. The stoichiometry between these two we'll have to see. See, here we can see easily 1 mole methane reacts, then it gives 1 mole carbon dioxide. Now, in terms of mass if we speak, then 1 mole methane gives 44 gram carbon dioxide. 1 mole methane also you can calculate in terms of mass. How much it will be? 12 plus 4, 16 gram. So 1 mole methane gives 44 gram carbon dioxide. So 22 gram carbon dioxide is equal to 22 by 44. How much it is? 22 by 44 number of moles of carbon dioxide. Number of moles of carbon dioxide will be equal to 0.5. 22 by 44. So 1 mole methane gives 1 mole carbon dioxide. So 1 mole carbon dioxide is produced from 1 mole methane. So 22 gram, that is 0.5 mole. 0.5 mole carbon dioxide will be produced from 0.5 mole methane. And that will be, in terms of mass if you speak, 8 gram methane. So again I am explaining, you see, 1 mole methane gives 1 mole carbon dioxide. That means in terms of mass if we speak, 16 gram methane gives 44 gram carbon dioxide. Now 22 gram carbon dioxide will be produced from how much methane? The question is that. So for 44 gram carbon dioxide we required 16 gram methane. So for 22 we will require 8 gram, that is 0.5. So easily by writing balanced chemical equation we can calculate the reactants or products, anything required if other things are given for a particular reaction. again in continuation with that, I am going to discuss along with stoichiometry limiting reactant. Limiting reactant. What is limiting reactant? The reactant which is present in lesser amount, that is known as limiting reactant. Or the reactant which is completely consumed in the reaction, that is known as limiting reactant. Yes, if you are carrying out some reaction and the stoichiometry shows the amount required for the about a particular reactant or all the particular reactants, but if the reactant, one of the reactant is present in lesser amount, or it is completely consumed, that is known as limiting reactant. So after learning stoichiometry, we learn limiting reactant. What is limiting reactant? Reactant which is completely consumed in the reaction, that is limiting reactant. Yes, I am giving one example to explain this. You see, 50 gram of nitrogen reacts with 10 gram of hydrogen to produce ammonia. Calculate mass of ammonia formed and identify the limiting reagent. Calculate the mass of ammonia formed and identify the limiting reagent. Here you see, for this, the first task, what I told you, write balanced chemical equation for the particular reaction. Here you see, nitrogen and hydrogen are combining to give ammonia. 1 mole of nitrogen combines with 3 moles of hydrogen to give 2 moles of ammonia. So here 1 mole of nitrogen combines with 3 moles of hydrogen to give 2 moles of ammonia. This is the stoichiometry of this reaction. Now, amount given you see. First task is to write balanced chemical equation for this reaction. And next task is to find out the limiting reagent. You see here, 50 gram of nitrogen reacts with 10 gram of hydrogen to form ammonia. Now, we'll have to calculate this 50 gram of nitrogen is equal to how much mole of nitrogen. You see, number of moles of nitrogen will be equal to how much? 50 by 28. I don't think that you have any confusion for calculating number of moles. 50 is the mass, 28 is the molecular mass. So we are getting number of moles of ammonia. How much? Number of moles of nitrogen. How much? 1.786. How much you are getting? 1.786. And for number of moles of hydrogen in 10 gram of hydrogen, we'll do the same thing. Mass of hydrogen by molecular mass. 10 by 2, we are getting 5 mole. Now you see, 1 mole of nitrogen reacts with 3 mole of hydrogen. It is clear from this stoichiometry. We have seen. Now, 1.786 moles of nitrogen requires how much hydrogen? For 1 mole we require 3 mole. So for this much mole of nitrogen will require this into 3. That is 5.358 moles of hydrogen. 5.358 moles of hydrogen. But how much available moles of hydrogen? Here in this reaction only 5. You see, we have calculated to react with 1.786 mole of nitrogen, 5.358 moles of hydrogen is required. But here only 5 moles of hydrogen is available. So, which is the limiting reactant? Which is the limiting reagent? Limiting reactant or limiting reagent, you can say. Limiting reagent or limiting reactant. Which is the limiting reagent here? It is clear for all of us. Hydrogen is the limiting reagent. Because to react with 50 gram of nitrogen, how much hydrogen is required? 5.358 moles of hydrogen is required, but here only 5 moles of hydrogen available. So it's clear, limiting reagent is hydrogen. Limiting reagent is hydrogen. So see, stepwise we'll do. First we'll write the balanced chemical equation, and then through the stoichiometry we'll find out which is the limiting reagent. Yes, we got here hydrogen is the limiting reagent. Now our next question is calculate mass of ammonia formed. How much ammonia will be formed? Always do remember the product formed, that depends upon the limiting reagent of the reaction. Here in this case, limiting reagent is hydrogen. Limiting reactant is hydrogen. So, ammonia, how much ammonia formed? That will be depending upon the amount of hydrogen available in the reaction. Now, how much available in the reaction? 5 moles. 10 gram means 5 moles available. So, we'll calculate 3 moles of hydrogen gives 2 moles of ammonia. You see, from stoichiometry I am telling 3 moles of hydrogen gives 2 moles of ammonia. So, 5 moles of hydrogen will give how much mole of ammonia? That will give us the amount of NH3 formed. So, how will calculate? 3 moles of hydrogen gives 2 moles of ammonia. So, 1 mole of hydrogen will give 2/3 moles of ammonia. So, 5 moles of hydrogen gives 2/3 into 5 moles of ammonia. So, it will be 10/3 moles of ammonia. So, it will be 10/3 moles of ammonia. So, first of all, we will have to find out the limiting reagent, the reagent which is completely consumed in the reaction, and then we will find out the product from the given amount of reactant which is acting as the limiting reagent. By the stoichiometry, we will find out how much product will be formed. Okay.